I see that someone's in here, but it won't let me know who. But hi. This is the first time I'm streaming on my phone, so apologies if I don't see anything. Oh. I'm trying to see what all can I truly do in here. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay. Well, hello, whoever's in here. I'm adding some blush onto my mother because everyone kind of looks crazy right now because I didn't add lashes, but that's like low-key the last part. So I want to make sure I'm making her look as somewhat natural as possible. She's a light-skinned woman, so that's why she's so bright like this. But I want it to look, you know. It's the thing when drawing people, Like, it will surprise you the different mini shades like a person is made out of, you know, which I think is pretty cool. It's just blending, which is the problem sometimes with this. I always tell myself, when it comes to painting, just act like it's makeup. To a certain degree, it's like makeup. Boom. And then I'm gonna make the inside more yellowish. At least right here, so it can kind of like blend a little bit, because it's never that bright for real. That should mute it a little bit, and then I'll drag that here to still add a little highlight. You know what I mean? Same over here. Boom. Same. Drag it right here too. Period. I'll do a little right here. Mute that out a little bit. Drag it right here. Smooth out the highlights. Now she's just like kind of normal looking. I think that makes her look a little bit better than she looked before. Now, I'm going to, let me see. Okay, yeah. So, I'm gonna add a little bit more highlights, but I'm just gonna use the same thing right here. Scoop it up like so. Put it right here. I'm gonna mix that up a little bit. I'm gonna dip some yellow and put in there too. Mix more of that pink in there. A little more white. Just a tad, just a tad. The goal is not to have too much yellow to the point where it seems unrealistic. So I have, can you see that? Yeah, just, I don't even know if you can really tell, but just, let me see what that looks like. Sure. Now, I might need a little bit more red, because to me it looks a little too yellow still. And then more white. Yeah. It's too yellow right there. And she has like a dimple, so I'm gonna have to try to make it look more like a dimple, but I might have to do that like later on. But I do think she looks better than she did before. I want her nose to be a little bit more flesh colored. Just a little. that right here, I need to blend a little, like between here. So I'll darken it a little bit with some brown, add white, then add yellow. That honestly might be a little too much. Little orange to make sure it's a little more on the light skin side. And then I'm gonna move that in this circle right here. This part is already dry, so let's see. I don't even know. Let's see. It's not bad. Just like a little like patchwork, a little bit. I think it looks better. Slightly better at least. I think too with like painting people, I realize is like making it smooth kind of makes it a little worse. Like adding more like brush strokes kind of makes it look a little better, which is kind of interesting. Right here, I want it to be a little bit, I don't know, something about right here makes me think it should be a little bit more. Yeah. A little more like so. Okay. Honestly, I think she's literally almost done. Like, I do like that. I literally got her face right for sure. Like when I look at this, I'm like, oh yeah, I know who this is. 100%. So the reference I chose, kind of like improvising a little bit, changing my mind a little bit with how she's positioned and how I'm positioned. So yeah. Also, I kind of moved her eye a little bit up compared to this side, so I might go ahead and fix that now before I forget. There's less white space on that side, so it needs to be kind of the same. One thing about us, we got big eyes. And honestly, I think it's pretty cool that we do. I don't think anything's wrong with it, if I'm being honest. It's kind of like a little joke of ours. It's like, I think eyes are one of the beautiful things we can have. Okay. Sorry, I'm just making sure everything looks good over here. Okay. Well, Mom low-key looks good. Should I add lashes? Honestly, we're gonna move on to my face. Because it low-key doesn't look like me, but I'll find a way. Yeah, I'll basically find a way. Well, for starters, I have a yellow undertone, so that's what we're gonna start off with. So I put yellow and brown because, you know, that's like my main colors. Boom, boom, boom. Mix, 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 mix. Period. That's what I'm made out of for base wise. And then I'll basically go in with some red on the parts like the cheeks, nose, chin, things like that. But for now, yellow and brown. Just like me, I have chubby cheeks as well. So I'm going to add that for curvature wise, or curvature purposes. Let me say it like that. And one thing about, like, technically speaking, this is like a 3 to 4th angle. So I might be doing my face a lot, or like redoing it, because it's a little different compared to the other angles. For me, I have a round chin, so that's something to keep in mind. Right. First off, my jawline is not that sharp, unfortunately. So that will be fixed at some point as well. Okay, period. Since my face is gonna be more like in front of her hair, essentially, I think our faces are gonna be dang near like touching, which kind of makes sense because this is what the rest of the painting looks like. Alright. Oh. Hello? Is it stuck? Oh, let's see. So it'll make sense. For the portrait, it'll make sense. Also, I see that 2 people are in here, so thank you. I don't know who is in here, unless it's maybe counting me as one of the other people, but appreciate it. I'll do these more often because I like gaming and stuff, but sometimes I don't want to always game, you know. This is what I actually genuinely enjoy doing, so if it will help decompress my brain and entertain y'all at the same time, then that's just what I'm gonna do, you know. And then I can always end it and then start gaming afterwards, of course, but yeah. At first I didn't know like how I was gonna stream this because of the phone stand that I have, but it works for now. what is it? Don't just think, do. I have somewhat, you know, the equipment to use it, so, or to stream it from this angle. Let me say that. I don't need anything too crazy, not yet anyway, so that'll just be an excuse at that point. So I'm mixing my base colors again. Okay, period. Oh, that's dang near the same, period. And that's on color theory, you know what I'm saying? So, I love how I'm just like genuinely rambling. But you know, this is what streaming is all about, you know, period. What was I even saying? Oh, that with some painters who paint portraits, they'll add blues and all that type of stuff. I'm not there in terms of color theory. Like, I don't know. I kind of don't like when like the blues and stuff are added. It'll probably make it look a little bit more realistic, but I don't know. Unless genuinely someone has, like, I can tell that they have blue in their skin tone, but other than that, don't know about that one. Okay, so eyebrows. They're not the same height. So let me just go ahead and do this. And then I'll go in with the eyebrows later because I immediately noticed that. Okay. Okay, I think that's good. She looks a little scary if you ask me. A lot of this is like trust the process. Like everything makes sense as I keep going, but at first it's like a little scary and then it's like, I know, low-key. Y'all probably like, this is so ugly, but I call it the ugly phase. Okay, boom. I at least got the face down. Let me do the neck. I'll figure out in terms of like body positioning and like all of that, like low-key as I go. I have an idea. I'm more than likely gonna have my hand go like down so we're all like gathering hands at the bottom, but we're not worried about that right now. Okay, I'm gonna do some contouring, I guess. It's kind of weird to draw yourself sometimes, even though I low-key do it all the time. Because sometimes it's like, I don't know what I'd be looking like, truthfully. My hair is gonna be right here anyway, so like kind of like this part right here low-key isn't gonna matter. low-key, it's not gonna matter. So what I can do is do contour around the eyes and things of that nature before going in with the red and like making the fleshlight colors. And boom, the nose. To me, oh, didn't mean to do all that though. To me, making the nose a little bit darker will help with like shadowing. And I will be adding glasses, so like all this part, like this is kind of like rough. This part is kind of rough, not gonna lie. Now, low-key, when I smile, my lips are low-key thin, so this, I need this space right here. Oh God, it's starting to look spooky. It's starting to look spooky. Hold on. Okay, let me just outline this. Outline that. Okay. Add some. Okay, right. Okay, what else? What's next? Add some yellow in here. I need to make sure. Sure that this right here is like clean. Oh God, my cat is at the door, I think. So that at least has a thin lip. W shading. Now, curvature of the chin. And then we're gonna do some eye bags. This technically, when I was looking at other pictures, apparently like this part is always brighter than your actual cheek, which I didn't realize that until I started doing portraits, which I think is kind of cool. So because I know that, I'll go ahead and do that now. Mind you, all this is one brush, by the way. Should I probably be doing this with other brushes? Maybe. But to me it kind of helps mix colors better with just one. So then I got big cheeks, so I'm low-key looking at my mom's over here as like kind of like a guide of how I want mine to look, considering it is my mom, you know, so I will be looking at hers for a reference, and then I could just go back and forth of kind of like how I want it to look, I guess. But eventually I'm gonna need like a picture of myself so I make sure it genuinely looks like me. But in terms of initial structuring, I think me just basing it off her face is fine. The nose is for sure too dark. Let me add some red in here so the face can be fleshed out a little bit. So just adding some red in the same amount of brown. So literally. Hope I keep hitting the phone, my bad. Put it around here, around the cheek area. Plus, low-key, I do glam my makeup, so I'm probably gonna make this like a glam version of me too, because I think that will, one, kind of help it make it look like me more, but two, I just think it will just help. Something's off. I guess I can, well, okay, I guess I can do that. Okay, new brush alert. I'm going to add white in the eyes, and I have 3 that I can choose from. I kind of like this one. And yeah. I feel like it's a little bit more precise. I'm mixing the white a little bit in the light brown that I already used, because I was telling my mom actually that I feel like with paintings, if it's the eyeballs are too white, it looks kind of weird. It looks a little bit more natural when it's a little bit like, milky looking, and then if we ever need to brighten it, we can. And by default, what I think is cool is me adding the white too, with the brown still being kind of wet on the canvas, is that it kind of adds the ombre effect anyway, which is kind of lit. It's kind of lit. I will be posting this on my YouTube. Follow me on my YouTube if you haven't already. I'll be posting on my VODs there now that I know how to do it. So if anyone misses part of the stream, it will be there. Okay, what does that look like? That eye is a little bit brown. Too brown, I feel like. Okay, we're gonna leave it alone because it needs to dry. Okay. Gonna leave that alone over there. It's a little bit more arched on the right side, so. But honestly, now that I think about it, it's okay because I still gotta do the eyelids and all that anyway. So what I'm gonna do is the eyebrows. And so far, with eyebrows, I start off with brown and then I go in with black. So, just to get them painted on the face for mapping purposes, I just do brown. Then I'll do like a black brown later. So I'm gonna go in now, wet the brush a little bit. I like this eyebrow, if I'm being real. I just need to make sure it looks good on that side. So this brown is kind of on the bright end, if you could tell. Because honestly, why would my eyebrows be this bright though? You know what I mean? Low-key, alternative person, deep down in my heart I am. Why the freak would mine be this bright? So boom, the thickness. Okay, sure, whatever. Like, not a big deal. One thing I will have to do though, low-key, is the hair. Because that's gonna kind of help me like map everything else. So, I've been streaming for almost 40 minutes. I'll stop at an hour. This is just normal. What is it? Black Craft Smart acrylic paint, 32 fluid ounces. Cause what? Who's gonna keep going back to the store? Not me. Okay, so same thing. But this time, I'm gonna add a little bit black. I'm gonna mix it around. I might stream tomorrow actually. Now that I know I can actually do this. Oh, gosh. One thing about acrylic is you can easily paint over it, that's for sure. Okay, let's just say this is a test. I can make it a little bit darker than this. Okay, boom, I made that darker just now. Now I'm just gonna dip in the paint and just, in the black paint and just do my hair. Since I have locks now, Usually I do put my hair in the middle down split, actually. How I had it originally in the sketch was I had it like more on one side. And based on this is the center of my face. So this should low-key be like how it is. Yeah. Yep. And with locks, this is gonna be kind of cool. Because it doesn't have to be like straight or whatever. I can kind of like, honestly, probably do that or something. I don't know. It just doesn't have to be straight. It'll make it look a little bit better that way. Since my hair is longer now, I'm gonna have to map up like how I want to do this, because neckline, mom's neckline is here. Regardless, my hair is long, so technically it can be down here, almost. But her shoulder technically, okay, this is gonna make sense actually. Mom, my hair's gonna be cut off anyway, because of mom's shoulder. So it should be something like that. So regardless, this is gonna be dark. This whole area should be dark then. Something in between here, I guess, would be my own shirt. Mom's all the way over here. Because I'm on the side. My arm will be somewhere down here, which I don't even think y'all can see that. So W mapping. So I'm just gonna make all this black, so I'm not confused later down the road. My chin ain't that big. This too. Honestly though, I think depending on how this goes later on, I can put like a lock right here, so that some of my hair is kind of in her face, or like not in her face, but I think that will make it look more natural. Like if it dripped a little bit over, I think that would look kind of nice. Because obviously you can kind of tell what her hairstyle is. And I can drag her hair a little bit longer too. So yeah, I see the vision. I'm starting to see it now. And I always have my hair over my ears, so I would just Do a little jaggedness. Period. And I'm just gonna paint the edges over here. Love it. Low-key, the face is kind of coming together now. Low-key, if I do say so myself. So now I'm just gonna do some like weird edges stuff by the contour or whatever the freak until I'm able to truly like blend there. Boom. Okay. What am I missing? I guess now I can soften the jawline a little bit now. Brown, yellow, mix, 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 mix. Mix, mix, mix. Mix, 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 mix. Okay, we got 10 minutes left. Okay. Mix, mix, mix. Not bright enough, low key. But it's okay. I think straightening it a little bit is good. Because even that will make it look a little bit more realistic. Because though I want a straight jawline, that's just not in the that's just not in the cards. Okay, didn't mean to do that, so it's all right. Don't panic. Well, shoot, F it. Might as well just do the lips, I guess. With that, I'll use the other brush, clean the black out of it. Clean that. I'll water this down a little bit because that's just it's not what was supposed to happen. Let me drain the other brush for a second. Don't panic, don't panic. What is it? Don't panic, go dynamic. I don't even know what freaking commercial that is. Bruh. I can't. Okay, that's fine. Lips, and then I'll do more concealer or whatever afterwards. Low-key, the lips are kind of perfect. Right. Then I'm gonna go in with the blackish brown and do the bottom lip. So my top lip is, when I'm smiling, my top lip is skinnier than my bottom. My bottom lip is not that droopy though, so I will fix that. I'll add more curvature. That kind of already makes it look just a little bit like me. Just a little bit. Digging it. So what I'm gonna do now that I have the skinny brush is, how much time we got? I have 8 minutes. Okay, I can make some moves. I can make some moves. So I'm gonna do some yellow, some of the brown that I have existing. I'm gonna mix them. Add some white. It's concealer time. Just so this black can kind of move on somewhere. So boom. Yep. Period. Do some highlight here. And yes, I have a little bulbous nose, and what about it, okay? My piercings make it look even better. So I do need this to be a little like droop though. Low key, low key. Low key, low key. Blend that a little bit, period. Okay, I can kind of see it now. It kind of looks like me. I guess to make sure, or to not get scared, to not scare you guys, I'll add my eyeballs. This part can always be changed, by the way. So I'm never really worried about it, but now that I can kind of see me in here, might as well add some pupils or irises. Right. Isn't that crazy? It looks kind of derpy, but it always looks like that at first. Honestly though, like, it could definitely be worse, you know what I mean? Considering this is the first layer, I'm not mad at it. Okay, we're just gonna leave this alone. Low key, I need to do like the under lids or whatever, eye bags. I don't know why I said underlids, like who the freak calls them that? This helps make it more human. Like even if someone doesn't actually have like crazy eye bags in real life, I think for painting's sake, you kind of have to do it, and then you can always go over. You can always go over it with like shading and whatever. Plus, most of us, well, maybe not, will have glasses on. So, like, as crazy as this looks right now anyway, it low-key won't even matter. The main part I'm worried about is just making sure just, like, the baseline looks like us. It won't be perfect. I'm not some master painter, so I'm keeping that in mind for myself. I don't know how long I'm going to paint this in terms of like perfectionist wise. I don't think I have that much chin space. That might be something that looks a little off too. And with this, I might put eyeliner on. Just because just very good starters. Good starter, good starter. Okay. This looks derpy over here. Something's not right. I think part of it's the lid space. Like that kind of needs to be filled out low-key. Yeah, that needs to be filled out a little bit. Oh, that was on accident. Maybe this is too much space over here, question mark? Something's not right. Too much space over here. Okay. Oh snap, we have hit an hour. Okay, let me just clean up the chin area real quick. First layer, by the way. I'll bring some of this in too. Okay, one thing I'm going to do, because I can't help myself, I'm gonna do some not contouring, sorry, some like highlighting real quick. Because something's not right about the face and I can't pinpoint it until I figure out what that is. So if I just do highlights, I'm gonna use the big brush, or the bigger brush for this too. Boom. Gonna be like something like that almost. Highlight a little bit right here because it's never that dark. Okay, and I'm gonna use the other brush right now to just blend it out so we can be done with this for now. So I used too much water, love that. Boom, boom, boom. blending it out again. I'm gonna blend this out too. Okay, period. That's all I can really do right now. The features are a little too dark, I realize too, but it's okay. It is okay. We'll clean this up next time. I love how I said essentially we were gonna be done with this, but I can't help it. I have to at least make sure like it's good enough to quit. Okay. I think for starters, this is a good start. This is a good start. I won't be too harsh on myself right now, so. Well, boom, this is what I have for now. Thank y'all for joining. Again, I will post this on my YouTube. And yeah. You know? It will all make sense, I promise. For now, we're gonna end it here. And yeah. This is again first layer ugly stage. So yeah, we will get it through. But yeah, thank y'all. Peace.